Right now I'm living in Florida, but I moved here from Oregon.
Mhm.
And here, my biggest issue now is very itchy scalp.
Ooh, okay.
Even when
I
I
just
wash my hair, it's still itchy.
Okay. We've got just the right person here to help us out. Jessica's here. Um, let's see. I can relate, Edie. So we're gonna get into that. How about Cynthia? Cynthia, where are you joining us from? Cynthia Rupp.
Hi, I'm from Indiana. I don't have a scalp issue. I
Okay.
want to avoid getting a scalp issue, but I just have to say that I got the moringa tea spray, and it is a game changer.
I know. That's
It is
awesome.
amazing.
Can I ask you really quickly, what is the biggest difference you see after using it?
The frizz.
The first.
So normally I would have gone with protein, but my hair hates protein. It was just that kind of a frizz, like this all over fuzzy. But I've been using that and I love it.
Nice. Oh, I'm so happy you're enjoying it. It's a good one. It's a good one. Let's get another person in before we start. How about Hannah Beeler? Where are you joining us from, and what's your biggest scalp struggle at the moment? Hannah. Here we go. Hi, I'm from Colorado. Major hair loss. Oh, I'm totally here for that as well. We're going to chat about it. All right. Well, guys, let me introduce myself again. My name is Damara. I will be your host this evening. Welcome. We're so excited you guys could be here tonight. We also have Adria Marshall, the CEO of EcoSlay. Hi, Adria.
Thank you for joining. Hey, Jess.
Hey.
We also have my team member, Wendy. She will be in the chat box. If you have any questions throughout the presentation or through the session, she's got you. Shout out to Wendy. And we have our guest today, Jessica Guadalupe. She's our trichologist, our scalp specialist. We're so excited to have you. All right, so let me start this presentation. And let's get rolling. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see the slides?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So tonight's topic, Scalp Talk, the foundation of healthy hair. Your scalp is the root of everything. Welcome to Curl Corner, Scalp Health Edition with board certified trichologist and scalp specialist, Jessica Guadalupe. If you guys would like to check out her work, you can visit her Instagram handle at Inspirational Curls. If your curls have been feeling off, it might not be your styling. If you're experiencing dryness, flakes, itchiness, no definition, and we just talked about itchiness, your scalp could be asking for help. And most routines, they focus on length and definition, but ignore buildup, inflammation, and blocked follicles, and they are so important. Healthy curls start at the root. If your scalp is clogged, its growth slows. If your scalp is irritated, shedding increases. If your scalp is dry, that leads to flakes and itch. Your scalp is skin too, and when it's healthy, your curls thrive. If your scalp feels itchy, irritated, or oily, these EcoSlay staples don't just mask the problem, they work at the root to refresh, rebalance, and bring your scalp back to life. Okay, so here's my little EcoSlay vault, because this is where I keep all my treasures, all the things that have been helping me with my scalp. I'm going to share them with you. Let's go. So cayenne lemon squeeze, chai latte cleanser, mud pie clarifying treatment, and the ginger and moringa tea rinse. These guys, if you're dealing with any scalp issues, they can help. Okay, do you have slow growth? A solution could be the cayenne lemon squeeze growth oil. It stimulates growth, reduces hair loss and breakage. It soothes the scalp and helps reduce dandruff. And what I found really interesting, it has pumpkin seed oil, which helps support scalp health by blocking DHT, a hormone linked to thinning, balancing oil production, and deeply hydrating. It also soothes inflammation and helps protect hair follicles from damage. This oil also has fenugreek essential oil, which soothes inflammation and helps reduce dandruff. If this this item is new to you guys, definitely visit the website and look at each of the ingredients. Each ingredient, it definitely has a purpose to help with scalp health. Does your scalp feel itchy or irritated? This is your reset. The solution is Chai Latte Hair Cleanser. I have been loving this. It gently clears buildup, oils, and impurities without stripping your hair. It has amazing ingredients like ginger, cinnamon, clove, black tea, and sage that stimulates the scalp. And black tea helps to strengthen hair follicles. Now, me personally, I've been experiencing a little bit more itch, especially with the season changing, and I've been washing more frequently with this, and I feel like my growth has just shot up. My growth is happening and my scalp feels great and my hair is not stripped of moisture. Do you have an irritated, itchy scalp? This is another banger. The solution is ginger and moringa tea rinse. It helps calm itchiness and rebalance the scalp pH. It helps to clear buildup between washes, and it calms the scalp while boosting softness and shine. This is an incredible step in your routine. Now, do you have buildup and need a deep scalp reset? So if you use a lot of stylers, or even if you have low porosity, oily hair, you definitely want to clarify. And so the mud pie clay clarifying treatment is definitely something you should have in your routine. It removes stubborn buildup, oils, hard water minerals, and chlorine. So this is important to have in the summertime when we're having pool fun. It has neroli distillate, which exfoliates dead skin cells and helps soothe scalp redness and inflammation. It also has bentonite clay, which pulls out buildup and toxins. And it has apple cider vinegar, which rebalances the scalp's pH and seals the cuticle for shine. This is another incredible EcoSlay gem. Now that I got through that, let's talk with our scalp specialist, Jess. But before we do, let's play a game. We're going to play a quick game of myth or fact. Okay, Adria, do you have our myth or fact?
I do. All right, we're going to run through it. You ready? First one, Jess. If your hair feels dirty, your scalp definitely is true. I mean, your scalp definitely is too. Does everyone think that's a myth or a fact?
You can
And
write
Jess, you will let us know. Oh, you will put in the comments?
Put in the comments or shout it out, and then Jess is going to clarify for us.
No, no pun intended, Jess. Oh, Jess, I think you're on mute.
We've got a lot of fact.
If your hair is dirty, your scalp is dirty. That's what the question is. Okay.
So we have a mix. Many people think it's a fact, but some people think that's not true. So why don't you clear it up for us? All the puns. Clear it up for us, Jess.
I mean, the scalp and the hair are two different things. So you can't automatically think that because the hair is dirty is the scalp. You know, the scalp is dirty. Genuinely, it can be that because, you know, oil goes up. But, you know, let's say you have long hair and you accidentally spill something in your hair and it's not going to get to your scalp. So it's a hard one.
All right, what about the next one? You only need to clarify your scalp if you use a lot of product. Myth or fact, everybody? As you can tell us the answer.
Sorry.
Go ahead in the chat box, myth or fact, guys. So we got a lot of myth, no, false.
Fact. Plot twist. Okay, Jess, what do you think? You only need to clarify your scalp if you use a lot of product.
That's not the only reason. Buildup can come from many different types of things. So we'll get into that when I show my presentation, but that's definitely a myth.
Awesome. Okay, next. Co-washing alone is enough to keep your scalp healthy. Myth or fact? Co-washing alone is enough to keep your scalp healthy.
Ooh, we got a lot of myth.
Okay, Jess, let us know. Co-washing alone is enough to keep your scalp healthy.
You guys are right. It is a myth. Not a big co-washer here.
I've never been a fan of the co-washing either.
Either.
Okay.
I knew it.
Yes. Next one was massaging your scalp daily helps to stimulate growth. Myth or fact?
I love the participation, guys. I love this. Okay, we got a lot of fact and true.
You ready?
Ready.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
We have 3 more. You can grow healthy hair without focusing on your scalp. Myth or fact?
Hmm.
Got a lot of myths. A lot of myths. Okay, just let us know. You can grow healthy hair without focusing on your scalp.
Myth. Absolutely not.
All right, here we go. Often debated. Washing your hair too often damages your scalp.
Mhm.
Myth or fact, you guys?
Somebody put question marks.
And Wendy, ooh.
Mhm.
Okay, Jess, let us know. Washing your hair too often damages your scalp.
It can, but it depends how often.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, and the last one, soothing ingredients can help calm inflammation. Myth or fact? These are some good ones.
We've got some smart cookies in the room.
Let's see if they say.
I love this. People have a good understanding of some scalp.
All right, Jess, let them know.
I would say it helps soothe the symptoms of the inflammation, but it doesn't take away the inflammation.
Mm.
Love a nuance, love a nuance. All
Awesome.
right, Mara, that was the last one.
Okay, thank you, Adria. Thank you guys for playing with us.
Mhm.
Now I am going to ask Jess to introduce herself and share the visuals you brought for us. We're so excited to learn.
Well, hello everyone. First I want to thank my sweet mentor, Adria Marshall, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this Curl Corner and present what I love, my passion. And thank you, Damara. You've been so sweet helping me through this. I'm super excited. I do have a lot to share. There's so much in this world of scalp care and hair loss. It's probably too much to get, we could have a dozen of these sessions because there's so much information. So I try to kind of condense it a little bit and give as much information as I can. So I do have a lot to share. I have my little bio. So am I allowed to share my screen?
You should be able to give it a shot.
And I have like my big screen in front of me and my laptop has the camera. So you see my eyes are going to be up, and it's because I could see better from my big screen. So my big screen doesn't have a camera.
No worries.
You guys let me know if when you can see the slideshow.
Okay, we don't see. There we go. It's popping up now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our theme, what your hair is trying to tell you. So who am I? I don't see you guys because my screen is big, okay? So if you have anything to say, tell me, okay? Interrupt me. My name is Jessica Guadalupe, affectionately known as Jess, so you can call me Jess. I'm a proud New Yorican from Brooklyn, New York. Ooh, ooh. And I'm a certified curly hair specialist, board certified trichologist, and scalp specialist based in Northeast Florida. I live in St. Augustine, and I do live right next to Jacksonville, so I work in both cities. With over 6 years of experience working exclusively with textured hair, I specialize helping clients embrace our natural curls through intentional care, scalp health education, and customized healthy hair practices. And I'll scroll down to let you know what I'm trained under: Rizzo Academy, Curly World, Raw Curls Academy, and the Art of Curls Academy, plus the Trichology Academy. Let's talk about scalp buildup. Now, these pictures that you ladies are seeing, do we have all ladies here?
I think so.
I just don't want to say ladies and then there's gentlemen. These pictures here, if you can see them, let me know if you can see them clearly. These are clients of mine that I do a scalp analysis on. And this is real scalp buildup. This was not brought in from the internet or anything like that. This is real, my scalp analysis. And these are different people. So you can see what real buildup looks like, okay? Not too pretty, but you can't see it with your own eyes. You need a microscope for it. What is scalp buildup? Scalp buildup is the accumulation of oil, sweat, dead skin cells, and product residue on the scalp. Excess buildup can clog your hair follicles, cause irritation, and prevent moisture from properly reaching the hair and scalp. Common signs of scalp buildup including itching, for those who were talking about itching earlier, flaking, dryness, odor, or hair feeling heavy and dull. Clarifying the scalp helps remove buildup, restore balance, and create a healthier foundation for strong, healthy hair growth. Everybody's okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about what is a clarifying shampoo. A clarifying shampoo is designed to deeply cleanse the scalp and hair by removing buildup from products, oils, sweat, and minerals. It helps restore balance to the scalp and allows moisture and treatments to penetrate more effectively. Regular clarifying can improve scalp health, refresh curls, and create a cleaner foundation for healthy hair growth. Unlike everyday shampoos, clarifying shampoos provide a deeper cleanse and should be used as part of a balanced hair care routine. Now, there's a lot of clarifying shampoos out there. And I chose, obviously, I'm biased, and I chose Eco Slay. And if you guys don't know, I created my own clarifying shampoo with Eco Beta, which is Adria's other entity for people who, they help people create products. So they helped me formulate my product, which is a clarifying shampoo also. So I do believe in these clarifying shampoos because one of the major issues I find on my chair in the salon using different clarifying shampoos is a lot of them strip your hair and it makes you really dry. So I believe at Eco Slay, theirs doesn't strip and neither does mine. With the chemist, we all function on getting something that deep cleans but doesn't dry you out. Okay, so that's very important in getting a clarifying shampoo. You can find one that there's plenty of them, but you have to be careful because they can dry you out and that can do the opposite of what you're trying to do. Okay. What is hard water and mineral buildup? Now I live in Florida, and for those who live in Florida, and I know there's other states that do have hard water. I'm not sure, what are the other states, but do you see these pictures of the pipes and the fixtures that they get corroded? That literally happens like here in Florida a lot because there's such a strong minerals and hard water. And if it does that to the fixtures, imagine what it does to our hair and scalp. So for that reason, I wanted to explain a little bit about what hard water and mineral buildup is, because that's different than buildup, just regular scalp buildup, okay? So hard water mineral buildup in hair occurs when dissolved minerals, primarily calcium and magnesium, and also sulfur, are found in tap water deposit and crystallize on your hair strands and scalp over time. This creates a microscopic chalky film that prevents moisture from penetrating the hair shaft, leading to a variety of aesthetic and structural issues. And here are some visual signs that you have mineral buildup: discoloration and brassiness, dullness, texture changes, and poor lather. So if you're washing your hair and you feel like that shampoo is not lathering, it can be that you have mineral buildup. What is a chelating shampoo? Now, a clarifying shampoo and a chelating shampoo are two different things. And I know some people may know this and some people don't. So I wanted to go over that. A chelating shampoo is a deep cleansing treatment designed to break down and remove stubborn mineral metal and chlorine buildup. Using special binding ingredients like EDTA, it acts like a magnet to pull out hard water deposits and dulling residues from your strands. Is everybody okay? Am I going too fast?
You are doing great.
Okay. All right, chelating versus clarifying. While they sound similar and are both forms of deep cleansing or deep cleaning, they tackle different types of buildup. Chelating shampoos specifically target microscopic minerals and metals. They are the go-to for fixing discolored or brassy hair and reversing the stiff straw-like texture caused by hard water. Clarifying shampoos are designed to wash away surface buildup like silicones, heavy styling products, and excess scalp oils. Now, I give a few examples of some chelating shampoos that are on the market. I don't know if EcoSlay has a chelating shampoo. Ladies, can you?
No, we don't. We have, so our mud
fill
pie,
me in with that?
our mud pie removes chlorine, but doesn't remove the other minerals. So I consider it a clarifier, not a chelate.
Okay. So a chelating shampoo example is Malibu Sea Hard Water Wellness Hair Remedy and the K18 Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo and the Oil Detox Shampoo. Now, these clarifying shampoos are really hard to make clean ingredient or like natural ingredients because they're a little more stronger, not a little, a lot more stronger because they have to penetrate to get these minerals and metals out. Prevention tips, and these are tips that that can help you with if you live in a state that has hard water. Shower filters, install a water softener or shower filter head to filter out harsh minerals and chlorine at the source. And then the chelating routine, using a chelating treatment once every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how hard your local water is. And then there's a leave-in protection. Use a light leave-in conditioner and heat protectants to seal the hair cuticle against further mineral absorption. Okay, ladies. Now this one is really, really hard for me because a lot of my friends were raised with oiling the scalp is very, very important, right? And these pictures here are also my scalp analysis on people who oil their scalp. So do you see what oiling your scalp and not cleansing it can do to your scalp?
Wow.
And these are people that I also did their scalp analysis. So let's talk about the traditional and cultural scalp oiling. The culture of scalp oiling, tradition versus scalp science. Oiling is cultural. Scalp oiling has deep roots in African, Caribbean, South Asian, Middle Eastern beauty rituals. Traditionally, it was used for bonding rituals, protective styling, hair lubrication, reduced breakage, pre-shampoo conditioning. But culturally accepted does not automatically mean medically beneficial for every scalp type. Hair oiling may benefit the hair fiber, but that does not mean every scalp benefits from being heavily oiled. And don't get me wrong, it's not that doing an oil treatment is bad, but it's that you don't leave it there. You just can't leave it on. You have to remove it after you've done your treatment because it'll just stay there and build up. The trichology perspective, the scalp is skin, not just hair. Many consumers treat the scalp like hair, but the scalp is actually living skin, microbiome-rich tissue, filled with sebaceous glands, sensitive to inflammation and buildup. Over-oiling can trap sweat, sebum, dead skin, and debris. Increase inflammation, worsen itching, create buildup around follicles, and disrupt the scalp microbiome. Hair fiber and scalp are different in environments. Oil can help reduce friction, improve shine, and reduce hydro fatigue and lubricate textured hair. But scalp health requires cleansing, microbiome balance, proper exfoliation, and inflammation control. And that's why we have the deer, ginger, and moringa tea and rinse, which can help with all of that. Now, I wanted to show you a before and after. This is the same person. I did a scalp analysis on her, and you can see with the arrow, some buildup on the follicle and some on the hair strands also. And then after I did a head spa on her and deep cleansed her, exfoliated her, did all the works, you can see that there's no buildup. And what a good wash can do, on the same day between that buildup. And I want you to visualize, and it might be a little yucky, but you know when you go to the dentist and they take out the tartar from your teeth, that's pretty much what buildup is on our hair follicles. And it can get really hard. So if you just wash your hair for like 30 seconds or a minute, that usually doesn't lift the buildup. You really need to get into your scalp so that that buildup can soften and come out. And here is also pictures of the same person. I took a few pictures of her clean scalp. She's one of my trichology patients, so she's going through a little bit of hair thinning. So you can see more scalp than hair, but I wanted you guys to visually see how clean her scalp is. And since she doesn't have a lot of hair, you can visually see how clean her scalp is. There's a huge difference from what I showed you before on scalps that are really, really full of buildup and oil. Now, I also do head spa treatments, and I know that's become a big trend now with the Japanese faucet, but it's not only a relaxing, well, I personally don't service it just as a relaxing service. It's really, for me, a really great reset to the scalp. So a head spa is a specialized scalp-focused treatment that combines deep cleansing, massage, and therapeutic care for the scalp and hair. It is designed to remove buildup, excess oil, and impurities while improving overall scalp health and balance. The treatment typically includes a scalp analysis, exfoliation, shampooing, massage, and conditioning, or nourishing treatments. A head spa promotes relaxation, reduces tension, and supports a healthy environment for stronger, healthier hair growth. Now, I have a whole list of different alopecias, but I would like questions first. And if we have any questions on hair loss and alopecia, that is a whole baby by itself. So I spoke so much about scalp that I'm ready to talk to you guys and answer your questions. Let me stop sharing and get back to you. All right, talk to me. What are your questions?
I have a question, Jess. I do think that I'm guilty of washing my hair too fast. When you said the 30-second wash, I felt called out. But how should we really wash our hair to make sure it gets clean? Should we do a circular motion, or are there any tips that you can give us?
Yes. So very important. And I actually timed myself one time because I wanted to see naturally how fast I was. So if I was in my rush kind of wash day, it would probably have been a minute of just, getting through the scalp. But when I really timed myself the next time that I took my time, it was about 4 minutes.
Wow.
Just washing the scalp. And what I do is I double shampoo. And I know that sounds like too much for people, but the first shampoo lifts and the second removes. So I use my fingertips, not my nails. Please, ladies, do not scratch your scalp. It is not healthy. It'll produce inflammation and irritation. If your body's already inflamed, it'll trigger it more, just scratching your scalp. And it produces very much irritation. So definitely massage your scalp and put a little pressure on there. And if you get too tired, get yourself a scalp scrubber. Those silicone ones that you can find on Amazon. Get yourself a scalp scrubber and do circular motions with your shampoo. And get in there all around. And just don't focus here, focus everywhere. Your scalp is all the way from the nape all the way to the front. All of this gets buildup, including behind your ears. You want to clean everything. Get all in there. I know it can be boring. I know it can be repetitive, but if you saw the buildup pictures that I shared, think about that when you're washing your scalp. Oh, la la, sing a song that you're removing the buildup because it needs to go. Okay. And does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. That's very helpful.
You're welcome.
Let's see, we have some questions in the chat box.
Okay.
Let's see. Is sodium lauryl sulfate bad in a clarifying shampoo?
So it depends. Like my shampoo, and I know EcoSlays has more of natural ingredients, right? Strong sulfates can be too drying. So some people, I'm not like the rule type of person, because to each his own. There are people that certain ingredients don't bother them. But I do know that sulfates can be extremely harsh and drying. So you have to make sure that the cleansing ingredient is not a very rigid one. So you can do your homework, look in the back. You know, we have great Google, and just check the ingredient and say, you know, is this sulfate or is this, you know, ingredient, how harsh is it? How much pH? How high is the pH in this shampoo? Because if the pH is very high, it's drying. So you have to know those things. So that's how I would answer that question.
Thank you. Okay, we have a question from Gladys. Is cold water washing a good idea?
I don't agree to cold water washing, in my opinion, again, because the warmth of the water softens the buildup. If you put cold on something hard, it gets harder. So I would say you can rinse your conditioner with cool water because your cuticle's open and you want it to close with some cool water, but I wouldn't wash with cold water. That's my perspective on it.
That makes sense, yeah. Okay, Sandra O. Also curious about salicylic acid. Is that okay in a clarifying shampoo?
Yeah, so salicylic acid has two different functions, and it depends what the shampoo what is used for in the shampoo. Salicylic acid is for acne. So if you have acne on your scalp, you can use it for that. But some chemists use it as a preservative. So like my shampoo has a little bit of salicylic acid in it, but it's used more as a preservative. So it's not harsh like it would be if it was in a high amount for acne prone scalp.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, we have a question from Shelly Halter. So I am a frequent washer and a monthly clarifier. My scalp itches constantly. I've tried serums, but this has been going on for about 2 years. Any suggestions? I have a scalp scrubber and use it occasionally, but I feel like it causes more breakage on my highlighted hair.
Okay, so she highlights. Okay. I would suggest you get a scalp analysis. you may be allergic to the color. You know, there's certain times that our body becomes allergic to certain ingredients even later on in life. So I suggest you get a scalp analysis. I don't know if you have. If you have, let me know in the chat. But if you haven't, I do suggest that so that you can see hand in hand with the trichologist or the dermatologist how your scalp is doing. If there's anything in there that they can find to figure out what's going on with your scalp. Itchy scalp can be so many different variables. So I can't from here tell you just do this. I will need to see your scalp face to face with my microscope.
What's the best way for her to find a scalp specialist in her area? Google?
Right. Yeah, you can Google HeadSpot, or you can Google trichologists. I prefer you to see a trichologist, in my opinion, first. So that, because what we as trichologists, we don't diagnose, we help treat, but we work hand in hand with dermatologists. So we feel that it's something a little more intense or medically needed, then we'll send you to the dermatologist. So for itching, I suggest you just look for a trichologist in your area, you know, trichologists near me. Look at their Instagram or their Google reviews. Make sure that they seem reputable and they know what they're doing. Try to find their bio, see where they went to school. If they just learned how to do a head spa, they're not a trichologist. They have to have the trichology certification.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And then Shelly, if you feel like you're experiencing breakage and your hair is highlighted, then I think you would benefit from a protein treatment also.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Aaliyah has her hand up. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
I have a question, Jessica. I wanted to ask you about you was mentioning different types of shampoos. I wanted to hone in on like the natural shampoos, like the soap nut, and then they got the Rasul clay mask. What is your opinion on those?
Clay masks, they can be really good because they kind of like suck out, you know, a lot of like the oil and all that. But clay masks can also be drying, especially bentonite clay masks. They can be very drying. So if you're gonna use it for, I mean, just use it sparingly. Don't use it every week. Not a clay mask. You don't need that every week. Use it maybe once a month or once every other month. And when you use it, deep condition, because you need to put the moisture back into your hair and your scalp.
Okay. And what about for the soap nut? I know they take a soap nut shampoo.
The soap nut, they're more like very organic, right? It's like kind of homemade or something like that. I think I've seen it. Is that what that soap nut is?
So it's supposed to be like a gentle shampoo for people who have sensitive scalp.
Okay. I mean, as long as it's cleansing well. You know, I kind of steer slowly on gentle cleansers because we do need cleansing. We need something that is really gonna cleanse. That's why I'm not big on co-washing. I'm not big on using conditioner to wash. None of that, because it doesn't have enough cleansing components to really cleanse the scalp. If you see what I showed you as the scalp buildup, that is really hard to remove with just something really light. So I would have to experience how well that nut soap or shampoo cleanses.
Okay, thank you. I was
Can I help you?
Yeah, because we saw they had like the Moroccan mud mask or something like that. I know they do it on the skin and it like cleans your skin really well, but they said you also can use it for the hair as well.
Well, as long as if you feel that it's cleaning well, then by all means use it. But if you don't feel like it's cleaning your scalp, then it's not strong enough for your scalp.
Okay, yeah, because I have the mud mask with the Eco Stay one. I really like that one. That's the one I use a lot. So I was just wondering. I did a mud mask before. I noticed it was like a red one, not with Eco Stay, but it was a red one, and it knows it was like more conditioning, not cleansing, but it was really like buttery soft.
Okay, so that one is probably to give you a little more conditioning and moisture, but you definitely need something to cleanse. The mud mask is great because it's not only bentonite clay, it has other ingredients to work hand in hand to help the cleansing experience.
right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have a question from Sandra O. Last question. Sandra, you can ask as many questions as you want. I currently do one wash with a clarifying shampoo and a second wash with a moisturizing shampoo. Is moisturizing shampoo needed / beneficial?
Yeah, so I like that you said that. I always recommend when you clarify for your first shampoo to be a clarifying shampoo and your second shampoo, I would say hydrating shampoo. So you look for the word hydration because again, when you are cleansing, you're kind of removing the oil, but you're removing the oils. And again, our shampoos don't strip, but you still cleansing, so you might get a little on the drier side. So you want to bring back the hydration and moisture in. So hydration or moisturizing shampoo is great for your second shampoo. I agree to that.
Yes, I agree too. Katie, is red light therapy helpful for hair growth?
Yes, I agree with red light therapy. I use that in my hair loss treatments. Now, I don't agree for you to go on Amazon and just purchase any red light therapy. That's also become a trend and a whole influencer social media thing. Do your homework on really good light therapy. And I have to say, red light therapy is the equipment is very expensive. The good stuff is very expensive. So the one that I purchased, I believe it's called a Loom Box. Just the little small one is about $550. And it has really high reviews because the red light they use is what is the real red light that you need. The red lights in Amazon, if you don't know what you're purchasing, they're just LEDs with red in it. It's not going to do anything for you. So please do not spend the money on those type of red lights. Or you can go to a head spa place or a place that does red light therapy and you can have a session with them. But you have to be very consistent with red light. It's not a one-time thing. In red light, it's best to do it once a day. That's why people, they say purchase one because it's more beneficial that way, but it's very expensive. So there are other ways with hair loss.
We have a question from Paige. The oil tends to make my hair look oily. Do you have any other recommendations for helping with hair growth? I've just started spraying rosemary water on my hair, but didn't know if you had any other suggestions.
Yeah, so oil would definitely make your hair oily. You can do oil treatments and then like a hot oil treatment like Zamara did with the cayenne oil. But after you're done, you have to wash it out. You definitely need to take it out of your scalp because it's going to live there and it's just going to stay there and get old there. So you need your scalp to be refreshed. Massaging your scalp daily, scalp massages is really, really, really good. What you're doing is you're sending a message that the oxygen and the circulation of your blood is going up to your scalp and is helping your follicles kind of wake up. Sometimes our scalp goes to this phase called the telogen effluvium. I can't even say the word, sorry. Stage. And I call it the sleepy stage. Sometimes stress, trauma, things of life cause that. And it makes our follicles a little lazy and sleepy. So we need to stimulate them with a scalp massage, and the oxygen and the blood circulation goes up and it helps wake it up. So a daily, at least 5 minutes. That's what I recommend. Start with 5 minutes a day. You can watch TV, you can watch your YouTube, or just sit down and take 5 minutes to stimulate your scalp. And then as you make it a habit in your life, bring it up a minute. Bring it up a minute because it helps so much with that. I'm not going to say it's the number one thing for hair loss, but it'll help with it.
Mm-hmm. They also sell these little scalp massagers, like little robots. You push the button, so you don't even have to use your fingers. Just hold it and let it do its thing. Thank you. So we had a couple of questions on the broadcast channel. One of them was, what are tips for hair loss after a big weight loss? So a lot of a lot of people have been experiencing hair loss with like GLP-1s. Is there any tips you can help with?
So, one major thing is the protein loss, because you lose your appetite and you don't eat as much. You have to up your protein like double. Your body, your hair is made out of keratin, collagen. That's all protein. And our body needs protein. So I would say that's the first thing. Your nutrition is very important for your body. If you lose weight very fast, I'm gonna say 80% of 80% of a symptom is going to be hair loss or hair thinning. So definitely scalp massages, upping your protein, and taking some supplements. One supplement that I'm a little cautious on is not overdoing it on the B12. A lot of people promote B12, but an overdose of B12 can do the opposite for you. So you have to be really careful with that. I'm big on nutrition, eating your vitamins versus supplements. So if you can eat avocados and protein and greens, all of that stuff helps your body and your nutrition, and it brings messages to your body as I'm healthy, I'm eating, let's start this hair growth.
That's a great tip. Okay, Wendy, is massaging with no oil still good?
I prefer you to massage with no oil.
Oh, okay.
I do not want you to massage with oil.
Still effective doing that nice little massage.
Yes.
Slowly.
Because it's the stimulation, is not the oil. If you are gonna massage with oil, just know that you gotta wash your hair after.
Okay. Jenny, 2 questions. How often should ends be cut? So that's number 1. And is a coffee and or egg treatment good for hair shedding? Interesting. And my hair is shedding, breaking a lot.
So before I became a let me answer the ends. Trimming, it depends if you're curly. Is everyone here textured, or do we have anyone with straight hair?
I think we all have to. If you have straight hair, raise your hand right now. Yeah, I think we all have.
So for curly textured hair, I would say a healthy median is between 4 to 6 months trimming. If you want to grow your hair, you don't want to trim every 2 months, every 3 months, but you definitely need to trim at least every 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Then the next question was about coffee and
a coffee and or egg treatment good for hair shedding.
I'd rather you eat the egg than put it on your hair, because it's gonna take a lot to wash that out. I used to be that person before I became a trichologist that would do every type of remedy, avocado, aloe vera. The aloe vera, I would take it from my own plant, blend it, put it, and then I would have all these flakes that would take me weeks to come out of my hair. And as I studied and I learned that all those stuff are great, don't get me wrong, aloe's a healing plant, but I believe in drinking it, in eating it more than putting it, because when you absorb it, it goes into your blood and your cells, and it helps with everything. So I'm not too big anymore in my research on creating those old school kind of remedies. I really believe in eating your nutrients, and there's so much technology now and so much research on, we have some good products in the market that you don't have to go and make things. There's some good treatments out there, clean, with good ingredients, that the chemists know what they're doing, and it's gonna help you versus you trying to work with it yourself. That's my opinion. I'm not saying, listen, if you want to make your flaxseed gel, go ahead and do it.
Awesome. Jenny, I joined late. Will we receive the replay? Yes, you'll receive the replay. A great conversation, Jenny. I didn't even realize I already do that, Paige. My sweet husband massages my head every night for me. Guess he's helping my scalp growth without knowing. Oh,
Yay.
I massage my husband's head too, but he's bald.
So is mine. My husband's joke is that why didn't I become a trichologist before he became bald?
Also, thank you.
And just so you know, that's called androgenetic alopecia because there's so many alopecias. Alopecia is just not one word. There's so many different kinds. And androgenetic alopecia, if you hear and genetic, it's genetic. So when it comes to that hair loss, you can what you can do is help not prolong it not happening, but you can't help it not happen because it's genetics. You understand? So you might be, if we catch it really early to know, hey, it runs in my family, let me start working on my scalp care and massaging. You can prolong it from happening, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Good to know. Laz Meg 86. Any tips for postpartum? I'm breastfeeding my 1-year-old still.
I still believe you should take your prenatal, even though you're postpartum. Take your prenatals. They have really good ingredients for that. Up your protein and scalp massages. Very much make sure you're clarifying and you're cleaning your scalp. And those nutrients are really important because as you're breastfeeding, the baby's taking away more nutrients from you. So you need to up your protein on that. And I want to say with hair loss, I don't believe that there's this one beautiful product that just does it all, because we all would have been using it and forget it. We would have all just broken the bank with that product, right? The hair growth and hair loss issues is individualized. Everybody has a different reason why they're dealing with hair shedding or hair loss, and your body deals with it differently. So that's why trichologists are great, because in part of our treatment, we look at your blood test. We have you get blood work done on the labs. We look at your test and we see what can we help prevent. We're not here to diagnose. We look at your levels to see, if she don't take care of this, she can get this. So let's work on that ahead of time. You understand? So that's what trichology does. We work hand in hand with you so we can prevent it from happening. And if you do have something now, we can help treat it to help it out. But again, everybody's different. That's why trichologists are really helpful. I wish we had them years ago, because we can help with you, walk with you at home, what to do, and the treatment center also.
Awesome. We have another question. Can prenatals help with hair growth? You said yes, to take them after.
Continue them.
Okay. Jenny, a lot of products for curlies has glycerin. When I use those products, my hair becomes very frizzy instead of defined. Any suggestions to help my hair not get frizzy when using products with glycerin? Thanks.
Yes. Okay. So I'm a curly specialist also. So I've learned when people are in my chair is also product application. So if you don't know how to apply the product correctly, or you may be using a gel or a foam that's a little too light for your curl texture or your curl pattern, I think that the right product and the right way of applying it makes a big deal on it being frizzy or not. For example, there's a product on the market, and I'm going to name it. I'm not saying it's a bad product, but I just want to give you an example. So the Mazzani foam, a lot of the salon that I work at in Jacksonville with some of my girls love that big volume curly hair, right? And the big volume curly hair, they like to use foams because they're very lightweight. But this foam has no hold, like no hold. And they don't care, because my big volume girls, they don't care about frizz. They just care about big hair. But then you have people that do care about frizz. So I cannot recommend them the Mazzani foam, because by the time you go outside in Florida heat, your hair is going to be because that's will hold. So you definitely need, for someone who really wants frizz control, you need something with hold that seals in the moisture and that has a hold. If you don't have that, you're gonna, if you do a moist, like a cream, curl cream or leave-in or a lightweight foam or something like that, you are just going to go outside and the humidity is going to spit it out, and you're going to have frizz. So definitely, I believe it depends on the product you're using and how you apply it.
Yeah. And Jenny says she lives in Florida too. Jenny, have you tried the combo of orange marmalade with lemon drop? That's really, really awesome for humid weather. Or even orange marmalade and Jello shot.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two great combos. No, not yet. Yep.
Try those.
Try them.
And definitely put the orange marmalade first. I agree with that.
Mhm. And then we have a question. What are your thoughts on dry shampoo? I'm there, huh?
You know, I'm not going to say that some curlies or textured people do not have oily hair, but it's not a big percentage. I think that most textures and curly hair, we have drier hair because curly hair naturally is drier.
Mhm.
So if you do have an oily scalp, I don't like dry shampoo because to me, you're putting something that's gonna build up. If you're gonna do it for one day, because you need it for that, because you're having a special occasion and you can't shampoo that day, then apply it, but no wash the next day. But leaving dry shampoo, I've had people come to on my chair and they have this like chalky residue all in their scalp and hair root. And all that is suffocating your follicle. And when you're suffocating your follicle, you're not allowing the air to penetrate so that follicle could grow. So that's what we try to avoid with buildup. So I feel like dry shampoo causes buildup even faster.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, so what are the main things we should leave with tonight when it comes to scalp health?
I want everybody to understand that scalp health is the foundation of your hair growth. We tend to care more about our hair because it's what we can see, so, oh my God, my hair. But our scalp is where the hair grows from. And if we don't tend to it like a baby and reset it and cleanse it well, we will cause damage to our beautiful hair. And our beautiful hair is the old part of our whole hair growth, right? Hair is older than your scalp and your new growth. So you want to take care of that scalp and new growth very, very intentionally, because it'll help you see your hair grow nice and strong. So I really want everyone to leave here always thinking about your scalp and say, have I done a scalp massage today? How's my hair? Is it wash day? Have I been a little too long without washing my hair? I would say the maximum I would allow you, and as a trichologist, to be without washing your hair is about 7 days. No more than that. Because there's sweat involved, there's so much product. Think about, you lay your head on the sofa, you have a headrest in your car, everything touches your hair more than what you think. And all the stuff, your own hands, we produce oils, touch your hair all the time. At least once a week, washing our scalp and hair definitely is beneficial. More than that, you're gonna have to really deep wash because you're gonna have extra scalp buildup. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you, Jessica. Do we have any other questions before we end our curl corner this evening?
This is Leah. I just had a quick question. I wanted to ask her, I don't know if she honed on this, about the hair vitamins. I was looking at collagen. Is that something she would suggest to take? 'Cause I know it said it helps with the scalp.
Collagen, I wouldn't say it helps with the scalp. Collagen is pretty much like another type of protein. Just again, the collagen there's so much saturation out there on collagen. Make sure that if you drink collagen, it's something more that is not full of all these fillers and all this stuff and terrible, like those sweeteners that are like not good for you. Find something more on the natural side of collagen, or drink bone broth, you know, something that is a little more natural. Is a good collagen bone broth. And if you're vegan, they have or vegetarian, they have some type of a protein broth through like pea protein or things like that. But just be careful on not all collagen does a lot. You have to know it has to be good quality. And again, that may be a little bit of a help. It's not, don't count on just collagen to be what's going to help your hair grow.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Paige, go ahead, Paige.
So, quick question. I had gone through a small season of situational depression, and that caused some matting, and we're doing great now. But
Awesome.
I feel like I have a lot of dead skin buildup on my scalp, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I feel like no matter how many showers I take, it's still there. Do you have any suggestions?
And you said dead skin buildup?
Yeah, it just feels like it's constantly flaky. Like I could take my fingernail and just scrape it, and it's there. And I don't know how to get rid of it.
No one ever told you, I don't know if you've gone to get your scalp checked, because there's something called folliculitis, there's dermatitis, there's psoriasis, things like that.
I didn't have that issue until the matting, and so that's what.
So you can try exfoliating. Have you tried exfoliating your scalp?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. If you can message me, I can send you something on exfoliation, so I can help you start with that.
How do I message you?
My email is inspirationalcurls@gmail.com.
Inspirationalcurls@gmail.com?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you have Instagram also, Jess is on there. Do you have TikTok also, Jessica?
Yes, Inspirational Curls on my TikTok and Instagram and Facebook.
We had Shelly. Can I ask a question about lemon drop? Sure, Shelly, go ahead. Shelly?
Is she gonna chat?
Okay. I need help scrunching out the crunch. Shelly, so once your hair is 100% dry, don't do it. If it's still damp, don't do it. Use a few drops of oil to scrunch out the crunch, or if you're not an oil fan, you can use your bare hands. You can use anything that is made out of satin, like a pillowcase, a bonnet, a scarf, and you can use that to scrunch it out. That way we can prevent frizz. And if you feel like it's super crunchy, I suggest dialing back on the amount of lemon drop you're using. Lemon drop has a very firm hold, and a little goes a long way. So experiment with the amount. I get the hardest cast from that. Yep. Try using less. And then if you like to layer in a leave-in conditioner underneath as well. If you like a light one, the Terrasol conditioning milk is really nice and light. Also, rice pudding is nice and light. You're welcome, Shelly. And then Wendy, do you have advice for curlies with seborrheic dermatitis? Yes.
That is definitely something that we send to the dermatologist, because they do put you on medication for that. That is triggered by certain ingredients or your body, autoimmune. So, but I definitely recommend being careful on products. You don't use products that are very full of emollients, heavy. Stay away from your scalp when you're applying your product. Also, there is this one shampoo that I recommend for people with dandruff, and dermatitis that is over the counter. Oh my God, I caught a blank moment on it. Hold on one second. Let me remember it. And it actually has an ingredient in it, dermatologists say, that helps with hair growth. But again, Nizoral, Nizoral. It's good for dandruff, better than Head and Shoulders and, you know, Selsun Blue and those old school stuff. And it does have a specific ingredient in it that is good for hair growth. That can help tame a little bit the dermatitis.
Thank you. And then we
Yeah.
have a question about prenatal vitamins for hair growth, even though you're not pregnant. What do you think
You
about
can take them. That's fine.
that? Okay, ladies.
It has folic acid. It has a lot of good stuff in it. Just make sure you don't have other fillers.
All right. So I think we're good for this evening. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jess. This conversation was amazing.
And I thank you for having me. And I want to make myself available to anyone who wants to question me. I'm very approachable. You can reach me through Instagram message or Gmail, and I'll be happy to answer you.
Thank you. Aw. All right, guys. So I'm gonna pop up the last slide of the presentation here. So thank you all for joining us at EcoSlave's Curl Corner. Start your scalp care routine today. Don't wait until damage shows up. For healthy growth, your scalp routine matters. I'm sorry, I'm done for today. Please enjoy 15% off using discount code SCALPCARE15, valid until midnight, May 30th. And then these are some of the goodies that we mentioned that would be awesome for your scalp health. So yes, thank you guys. So make sure you pop in your email address into the chat box so we can get you your Curl Cash. And I gave you guys the code. And then as well, Adria, are we gonna next Curl Corner? Is it the Bring a Friend?
Oh yeah, we should do that for sure. So we'll give you guys extra Curl Cash if you bring a friend to the next Curl Corner. We want to share the love. This was so good, Jess.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate it. So next Curl Corner, if you have a friend sign up, make sure they sign up with their email address and join us. You get extra Curl Cash. All right, guys. Thank you all, and we wish you all a great night. Bye. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Adria. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.